The murder trial of the man accused of murdering David and Vivian Bauman is now in its third day, and today jurors heard testimony that the accused killer's defense tried to prevent from getting into court. 24-hour News 8's Leon Hendricks just stepped out of the courtroom, and he's live right now in Grand Rapids. Tell us about this, Leon.
So good afternoon. It's testimony that focuses on past acts, past allegations against Javonte Higgins, and it's information that the defense didn't think the jury ought to hear, as most of it, at least directly, has nothing to do with the murders of David and Vivian Bauman. These things happened months, maybe even years before the Baumans were killed. Now, witnesses after witness took the stand to say Higgins had broken into their homes before. Some of the cases discussed are still pending. Higgins' defense attorney, Valerie Foster, says she objected to this testimony being allowed in the months prior to trial, but the judge overruled her, saying it showed a pattern in MO of how Higgins operated that might be beneficial in linking him to this case. One witness testified and says she was home when the man police suspect was Javonte Higgins broke in back in 2007. Listen.
I immediately called 911 and they told me go in to your, close the door to your bedroom, go into your master bath. While I was doing that, a couple other windows were crashing. And I waited on the phone with a 911 operator, terrified, until the police came to the front of my house.
There was also testimony about this crash that Higgins was involved in shortly before the murders. In that incident, Higgins was eluding police and traveling at a high rate of speed. The officer testified upwards of 100 miles an hour before he ended up crashing that truck. Now, the truck involved there was stolen during an alleged home invasion in Wyoming. Now, Javonte Higgins was injured in that incident seriously, had both hips were pulled out of socket, but he was able to elude authorities from arrest after a doctor testified he was discharged from the hospital before he could be arrested. The murders happened weeks later. As we left court today, witnesses were taken to the stand to talk about some of the evidence in the case, some of the flammable material that was found and some of the evidence surrounding the burning of the Bauman's car. Still ahead in this case, we expect to hear from Javonte Higgins' mother, who's expected to testify for the prosecution, though it's not clear exactly when that will happen, so stay tuned. Reporting live in downtown Grand Rapids, Leon Hendricks, 24-hour News 8.